So I love this chenille-it. It is so cute, so easy to do, so simple. On any panel, clothes, there is just tons of stuff you can do with it. But this is my finished baby blanket, and it just turned out so cute. Look at those flowers. If this is your first time here, I would love for you to subscribe because this channel is all about creativity and inspiration. I hope you feel inspired to create something amazing. Feel free to share the inspiration because life is a journey we make together. Now I'll show you how this quilt was done. I love starting new projects and I love baby blankets, and this is going to be so fun. I was recently at the Ontario Quilt Show. I've seen this booth so many times, really wanted to have a project to work on, and now I do. I have to whip up a baby blanket quickly, and this is what I'm going to do. I bought a simple panel, and I just want to fancy it up a little bit. And this is how I'm going to do it. Let me show you how. So I bought this variety pack because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. Kind of matched the panel to my colors, which is perfect. Love the flowers, so this is going to be great. So I'm going to be putting the chenille around the flowers and just in various spots. Nothing too specific. I think this will go great with the tree. Then I'm going to be using the polka dots as a border to make it a little wider because this was a very narrow panel. And pink minky on the back. How cute is that going to be? Now what I'm working on first is the tree, and I'm actually pinning it down so that I can kind of gauge exactly where it's to go. Now there's two sizes of the chenille. The 3/8, which is great for, you know, what we're doing here, going around objects, and the 5/8 is better for your borders or your final trim. Now since I have a little extra, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest of the tree, but I'm making sure that the chenille that I put on each side doesn't get sewn, and I'm doing it right in the middle. My tree is finished. It's gonna be so cute. So I've sewn the chenille all around. I finished my tree, and I've just sewn it in selected places. And I finished all of my flowers. Now how I did my flowers is I actually sewed them by hand down first so that it would be exactly where I wanted. But to make sure that it was secure, I went ahead and then took it to the machine before I wash it. Too cute. Now I put the polka dot borders on the side. Now I put the minky on the back. I cut it to size, and I went ahead and sewed it all in one step. So I sewed my binding onto the front and the back, but I did this just a little bit differently. I sewed the binding on the back side so that when I sew it to the front, I'm going to add a layer of chenille. Now I'm just finishing up with the binding. Now how I'm going to do this is I've let myself have probably 5 or 6 inches to work with in the middle. I cut my binding 3 1/4 inches. I'm going to cut my binding in the middle of my section that I have left to work with. And I am going to cut my other piece of binding 3 1/4 inch from the bottom binding. Open them up. Right sides together. Lay it flat. Now I'm going to start one corner and sew directly diagonal to my other corner. Give yourself about 1/4 inch. And go ahead and stitch it as you would normally do. Perfect. And it lays exactly where it needs to lay. Sew it right down as you did before. Now there's all kinds of different ways to do the binding, and how I've chosen to do this is I've sewed the binding on the back so that I could wrap it around the front. Then with my 5/8 chenille, I'm going to stitch it down and my binding all at once. So I finished the baby blanket and it turned out so cute. This chenille-it is something else. It just fuzzes up, makes really cute addition to any blanket. This was a simple panel. Especially I really like the flowers. Those just turned out so cute. The whole thing is just adorable, and it was super easy. Now I did end up putting the side chenille on by hand. I was having some problems with it laying exactly where I wanted it, so I just hand sewed it, and I think that worked out a little better. The back and minky, so cute. I just love this stuff. It was so fun, so easy. Made a simple panel baby blanket into something really special.